6, Andrea Fioravanti. Tom McKenzie on grid 8. You can see Adam Wheeldon on grid 10. He'll get the whole shot, is Woodger. Venables goes for his bumper. Oh, there's a lot of loading in the midfield. But they have all made it through turn 1. We're looking for the field to settle down. It's Woodger, Venables, and Venables was looking to go for the lead there. Chris Bell, Liam Cochrane. They're sorting themselves out. There's Darry Sims down in what looks like about 10th place and looking to the inside of Fioravanti. Can't get it done. I don't think there's a lot of grip out there. The way they're slipping and sliding, I'd say the track is very cold, and it wouldn't surprise me because it's rather cold up here. Anyway, Woodger, Venables, Bell, Cochrane, Watkins, gap to Ward. Ben Atkinson looking to go down the inside of, not sure who that is. Is that Venning? No, it's not Venning. 28 is Rob Langthorpe. Well, Sims has got to the front of that group, so he's demoted Fioravanti. And his next target, trying to defend his championship. He had a 26-point lead, and that is a good advantage at this time of the season. No need to panic just yet. I did some sums last night, and Cochrane has only closed in by 45 points in the last 5 rounds. So I think it was something like that. So 26 points with 4 finals left, or 3.5 now maybe, is a useful advantage for Darry Sims to try and close out the lightweight championship, which will go to Butmore Park, I'm sure. So it's Woodger with a few car lengths on Sammy Venables now. So he's there on merit and on pace. And Woodger might be adding another final to his win column. So it's Bell behind in 3rd. Cochrane looking to the inside as they think about it. Perhaps it's a little early for that. Watkins close in behind as well. Rounding out another lap. And coming to the end of lap number 3, and it's Chris Woodger. And what's his lead now? It's got out to nearly a second as Chris Bell moves to the lead. Oh, and that's worked well for Chris Bell and not so good for Liam Cochrane. Venables now on the defensive. He's just racing for wins, I think. He is well up in the championship, but not a player. And Cochrane goes through, neatly done. And Watkins trying to get on the throttle. And everybody's telling Sammy Venables to follow them. And they've already put a gap. Cochrane and Bell are already putting a gap into Sammy Venables. So I don't think Sammy's got quite a cart that agrees with him. So it's Woodger, Bell. The gap is just over a second. It'll be interesting to see if Bell can run down Woodger. So Woodger leads. Bell, Cochrane, Venables, Watkins going through to 4th place. Yes, he is. So Venables down to 5th. Then it's Ward, Tom McKenzie, Darry Sims in 8th. Remember, fastest lap times from this final sets the grid for the main A final coming up later. So another lap in the boots. It was a second last lap. What's it now? It's just under a second now. So Chris Bell is edging in. Now Cochrane is 5 points ahead of Chris Bell in the championship standings. That would reduce by, I think, about 3, with a third place behind Chris Bell in this final. Another lap goes in. 0.978 becomes 0.929. That's closing in, but not particularly quickly. Sims is in drafting range now of Tom McKenzie in kart 12. Oops, and Cochrane's getting awfully close to the bumper of Chris Bell. And Venables is fading. Very tidy from Liam Cochrane round turn 6. But Bell's opened his legs, so to speak, and pulled out a kart length. I'm here all summer. And the gap is now 0.8 of a second from Woodger to Chris Bell. I think this might all come back together before the finish. We're 5 minutes from the end of this final. Plenty of time left on the play clock. Oh, and I think Woodger went a bit wide there. Not a good line. Ward under pressure from McKenzie. Sims not closing as quickly as I thought he would. Out of the last corner, it's game on at the front now. Chris Bell looking for the lead into turn 1, and he's clean through. So Chris Bell, still in the championship hunt with Liam Cochrane, has got out in front, and Cochrane's forced to go narrow to hold off John Watkins. And narrow again. Look for Watkins to throw one down the inside of turn 6. They're on the back straight now. Is he close enough? Not quite there. Well, this is looking quite useful for Christopher Bell. Around the back of the hill they go. Venables falling away. Ward. Now Darry Sims is in the slipstream of Tom McKenzie. It's still game on at the front. No change of position there. A chance for Sims. Not quite close enough. Possibly down into turn 2 in the toe of the boot. Oh, took a lot of curb there. It's close but not quite on. And it's looking a bit tasty behind. Cochrane's ahead of Woodger. The change there, Watkins is down the inside of turn 6. And that expert defence he demonstrated in the A final at Wilton Mill has deserted him somewhat. Woodger down to 4th place. And I think, is Cochrane close enough to challenge Chris Bell? Does he have the pace to go mano a mano for a win in the pre-A final? We're just under 3 minutes from the finish. So second and third in the championship are running second and first on the road. Sims now trying to find a way past Tom McKenzie, but just can't quite get on terms to put a move in. 8th place. I think that would be a score that he could use. There might be something a bit worse that he could drop. And I'm sure he'd like to pick up at least a couple more spots and set a quick time. It's game on at the front. Cochrane leads. Liam Cochrane's out front. Well, I didn't see it. I'm not sure it's on one of the cameras, but Cochrane out front and is already on the defensive. He goes deep into turn 2. A chance maybe for Bell. No. Under 2 minutes left. Possibly 3 laps, including this one. Important not to make any mistakes now. So Woodyer, Venables is 5th. Ward, Mackenzie, Sims, still not able to put a move in. End of another lap. I'd say there's 2 laps left. On to the penultimate lap then. How badly does Bell want to win? Cochrane goes deep into the boot again. He's going to have to go narrow, and he does. Now, how is the switchback going to play out? Cochrane narrow again. This will set up Chris Bell for a move down the inside into turn 6 if he times the move right. Here comes John Watkins. Held off. Cochrane goes narrow, and Bell follows across the road. So the top 3 are together, fighting hard. And I suspect this will be the last lap this time. Over start finish. It is the last lap. Cochrane leads from Bell, Watkins, Woodyer, Venables. Big gap now to 6th place, and we find it's Ward ahead of Sims. So Sims picked off Mackenzie. He's trying to find a way by Andrew Ward. Can he get the run down the inside? It's not quite there. Back to the race for the lead. So it's 7th place for Sims right now. Around the hill for the last time. I think Sims is going to have to settle for 7th. Around the hill they come, into the last corner. It's Liam Cochrane to win the lightweight pre-A final from Bayford Meadows, ahead of Chris Bell and John Watkins. Chris Woodyer, the poleman, is 4th. Tammy Venables, Andrew Ward, Darry Sims, Tom Mackenzie, Rob Langthorpe, Ben Atkinson is your top 10.